Welcome to the Kent Lapp Podcast.
Why is it that traditional medicine is missing some of these obvious holistic approaches, would you say? Is it because they can't be patented and sold by drug companies, or is it other things? Is it where they're getting their education? Just why are they missing some of these obvious helpful remedies?
So, to be fair, the current status of medical practice has evolved over the past century, we might say, amongst wars and plagues and all kinds of situations where the education has been about rescuing people from these terrible situations. If you're in a war, if you have a horrible disease that hadn't been learned about prior to that. So these situations that have arisen that have called for the intervention of medical doctors are these serious situations. This is why emergency care is one of the greatest things of our time in medical practice. People literally being rescued from the jaws of death. That happens all the time. And the problem is that we have not integrated the things that are more about sustaining our health and optimizing our health, because the medical practice, as I say, has evolved as a response to serious medical crises. And so that's what we get educated about in medical school. We don't get educated about, vitamins or minerals or enzymes or things like that. We get educated about kidneys are failing, hearts are failing, lungs are failing, things that are like, hurry up and call in the medical doctor because this person is decompensating.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. So it's not necessarily like one way is right and the other way is wrong, although sometimes I'm sure that is the case. It's more like the traditional way is focused on this certain area of the sickness, and that's their focus and that's their training. And just by nature of that focus, you don't have it on the things leading up to what got that sickness in the first place.
So all of that is true. And another kind of issue that has made its way into the picture, which you referred to briefly before, is that there are now tremendous financial interests that are intervening and complicating the situation. And I believe that there are many people who feel threatened by the entry into the healthcare picture of other forms of intervention that are valid, but they're not taught in medical school for the reasons I just explained. Mm-hmm. But they're totally valid, and they've been around for centuries or thousands of years, and they're just as valid as they always were. But of course, if someone's having a heart attack, you don't give them B vitamins and vitamin C.
Sure.
So, it's a matter, just as I was saying earlier, it's a matter of individualizing a particular person and their healthcare situation and going from there.
Yes.
Rather than rubber stamping everyone.
Yes.